Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Bubba's Corners and Bubba's My name is Bubba. Welcome to the new year, 2011. Wow, where did last year go? We're just going to be doing some updates here, letting you know what's going on with the two websites. We're going to be scaling down and cutting back on a few things here due to time issues and stuff. We've been really busy over at the store. As you know, we bought Bubba's Outlet.net as a gifts store for you truckers to send gifts home and stuff, and it was bigger than what we really wanted at the time, but we're trying to make it work, and we found a lot of mistakes in the store, ladies and gentlemen. It has nothing to do with how the store works or the efficiency and the security and stuff like that. It has nothing to do with that. It came preloaded with 7,500 products, and the people that did the programming for me, they made a lot of mistakes in my book, you know. So I wanted to get it more organized, more user-friendly. I had bulk items in with single items, and it was very difficult for you to navigate and find the things that you probably were looking for. So we tried to dress it up and make it as smooth as possible. We took out a lot of things that had nothing to do with trucking or anything like that. There still is a lot of things in there, but we're going to make it work, and we put in the best truckers gifts section. That's just for you drivers, transformers, CB radios, trucking apparel, some collectible items, stuff like that. That's basically what it's for, and this is why the store was started, was for you drivers. We want to make that better. Due to some medical conditions that beyond my control, I've been kind of sick quite a bit the last 2-3 weeks, and spent a lot of time over at the store. I've neglected Bubba's Corners and Bubba's Outlet, or Bubba's Truck Stop. So that's going to change. We're going to scale back on the score. We got it pretty much set up the way we want it now, so that'll give me more time to come over here and work on the other two websites. This is what it's all about anyways, ladies and gentlemen. Bubba's Corners was made for the truck driver, but it grew to the motoring public and beyond. But Bubba's Truck Stop still under construction. We got some nice things up there, and we're starting to get a little bit of feedback over there, so we really appreciate anything you got to say, any comments, stories, or anything you want to add. We're getting some links up where we're starting to get some traffic from other sites and other people and things and stuff. So, but we want to welcome you back, drivers. We hope you had a decent year last year. We're up here in Fargo, North Dakota, as you all know. Spent the last couple of days digging out from the snowstorm. We get like 8-10 inches out there, and we had to get up on the roof and on the garage and get all the snow off of there. And we share a driveway with my neighbor. You see his car and Bubba's Corners there all the time. He's a good man. He does the snow removal for both driveways, but he wasn't feeling too good yesterday, so I went out and did it for him, and had an ear infection, and that cold air got in my ear. Oh man, miserable. But it took me 4 hours to blow the driveways out. Man, kind of glad I'm not living out in the country again. But like I said, we want to welcome you back. 2011, we got a lot of things going on here. We're going to start getting updates once a week in both websites, Bubba's Corners and Bubba's Truck Stop. I'd like to work for 2 blogs a week in each one. Bubba's Corners I'd like to do on Mondays and Fridays, and Bubba's Truck Stop I'd like to update those blogs Wednesdays and Sundays. So you could set them on your calendar if you don't want to come in and see that it's the same old stuff. I'd like to get some feedback on the games over there in Bubba's Truck Stop. I kind of don't like the way they're set up. These are trial games, ladies and gentlemen, that we have for sale through an affiliate. And I finally went in and started trying to play them, and you got to download them. Of course, my computer's pretty slow, so it might be a hassle. So if you got any comments on there, if you think it's worth keeping, let me know. If not, we'll shop around for something different to put in there. We're going to be changing the store info in both websites, where you can have a little mini store there. What else are we going to do here? game room, driver's room, worship page. I found some new material for the worship page over in Bubba's Corners. And eventually we're going to get one over there in Bubba's Truck Stop too. So we're going to keep this short and brief because I wanted to get a lot of catch up done today here. Ladies and gentlemen, there's some really cool videos I found. I want to get them over in the worship page for you. And as always, we're always open to any kind of feedback from you, whether constructive criticism, negative criticism. If you got something you got a gripe, let us know. Like I said, we're going to be taking out some things that nobody's been using. We're going to. It's just going to be temporary. I'm going to take out probably the addiction page. So we ain't getting no movement there whatsoever. Of course, only a couple hundred people a day. We're not really reaching out that many, but we'll have it on reserve for later. So as always, let us know what you think. We notice we're starting to get some follows by some bigger outfits and stuff. So if you got a job that if you're an owner operator and you're looking for a driver, we don't reach that many people, but we do reach some. If you want to advertise, that's free. Let us know. We'll put it up there in the resource page. Once again, we've had a pretty good year last year. We hooked up with some really fine people. Got hooked up with Ultimate Trucking, Trucking Success, Trucking Resources, truckdown.com. These are resources for you drivers. We don't make a dime off of none of this stuff. It's just to help you out there, because I spent a lot of years on the road and I know how hard it was to find things, and you can find them on your own out there too, sure, but as we grow, our info and our resources page will get better and better all the time. So we got some good places up there where you can look for jobs around the country. Truckdown.com is pretty awesome. You broke down somewhere, you need a trailer repair or something, you just type in where you're at, what town you're close by, and it brings up a whole list there, check boxes, check off what you're looking for, and it'll dial you in. They don't have everything in there, but it sure is a big improvement from when I was on the road. So that's just another resource for you. We got Little Trucker there. We got the link to her website, her blog. She's got some fine videos over there, and she's got a really nice blog. Trucker Steve, once again, brother, I'd like to say my condolences for the loss of your son, and we hope you're doing well. Our prayers and our hearts go out to you, brother. We hope you're doing okay, you and yours. We had a little tribute up there for you for a while. Take down now and move on. But you never forget. So, ladies and gentlemen, that's things that we wanted to do at the corners and at the truck stop. A trucker had a hard time. It was a place of support, where you can go, and find resources and, things to help you in your everyday life as a trucker out there. I mean, we don't have all the answers, but we're working on it. And can't do it without your support. Like I said, on your small website, it's just starting out, you don't get no notice because you don't get no traffic. Nobody knows about you. So we get kind of discouraged sometimes, but every now and then, right towards the end, something will come in. We'll get a link from somebody, some outfit to start following us over on Twitter, and it's always an encouragement. We got to be patient, and we'll slowly grow. There's a lot of things we want to do this coming year. I get sidetracked sometimes because I'm a very, I don't know if you call it political or a conspiracy nut, but I follow a lot of things there. And we're going to have those links up and running too, and I got a few of them up there, prisonplanet.com. We follow Jesse Ventura quite a bit on his conspiracy theory. He's exposing a lot of things that I tried to tell people for years. It's kind of nice knowing now that these things are out in the open, but it's also kind of scary, ladies and gentlemen, to see what's going on in our country, in the world around us. And, the only reason these people get away with these things is because we let them by not being informed. you got something you want to add, you want to send a video into us, or you have a link to a video that you would like to share with your brothers and sisters out there on the road, let us know. We'll link to it and we'll put it up there for you. There's a lot of things I wanted to do, and I started out with big itis. I wanted to do all these things, but they take time, but now I got the store pretty much where it's either going to stand on its own or it's going to fall. And if it does fall, well, then we'll just build a little store and bolt the truck stop and Bubba's Corners, just for you drivers. I'm a big dreamer, but we were spending like 20 hours a day over at the store trying to get it where it was working right, and oh geez, I had to remove one item at a time. We got up to like 9,000 items in there, and I had to move it around from one section to a section, one file at a time. Oh God, it was so tedious. I wish somebody'd take me out behind the woodshed and just beat the living snot right out of me. But we got that pretty much lined up, and we're always going to be over there improving, finding you better products. We've sold a few things last year. The store hasn't paid for itself yet, but it takes time. The guys keep telling me, well, it's going to take about 6 months. Of course, when they first start out, they tell you, oh, you're going to make 15 grand right away, blah blah blah. And then the big itis starts in, and you think, oh geez, I want to conquer the world in a week. It doesn't work that way. I found that having a website is it's pretty tough if you want to make it the way I wanted to make it. It's excuse me, it's going to take a lot of work, but these other things I want to get, they cost money, and until the store starts giving back some percentage, we got to suffer through with all the free software I can find. So drivers, I know what it's like. Living on a shoestring budget. That's the thing about trucking industry. It's either feast or famine. You get a good month, you just kick butt, and man, you're just on top of the world. Next month, freight slows down, breakdowns or something. We know what's going on there. So that's the way it is with everything. And it just seems like there's nobody making any money out there today. So it's not just us drivers, it's the whole nation. But ladies and gentlemen, we're all in this together, and that's another reason why we started Bubba's Corners, was to dispel the myths between truckers and four-wheelers and try to remove some of the hatred that the government's set up between us. Split the speed limits and lane restrictions cause a lot of hassle and cause more damage than anything, but the government does it under safety, and then when it does that, it gives the impression that we're always dangerous and we're drug infested and stuff. But there's a lot of truckers out there making lots and lots of good videos, and we want to showcase them here. If you got one or you know of one you want to share, let us know. We'll put it up. People make their judgments on things when they with no information about what they're making a judgment about. So a judgment with no information is pretty stupid, basically, because you're making a judgment and you don't know the first thing about it. We got plenty of Monday, what do they call it, the armchair quarterbacks or easy chair quarterbacks, whatever. Everybody's always got an answer, but we can't get anything done when we're divided. So power comes in numbers. And look at, for instance, ladies and gentlemen, for years we've talked about shutting down, and standing up for our rights, as truck drivers. It's happened a little bit here and a little bit there. But this is how important a truck driver is to this country. The last couple of days up here in Fargo, we've had snowstorms, one after another. We had a little break for a few hours there, and then the next one came in and whooped us up. Well, we went up to the store, was it Friday, whenever, or Thursday, whenever it started, and just barely got up there. We got the essentials, milk, bread, cigarettes, and all that stuff, to ride the storm out. Well, yesterday, after we got the driveway cleaned out, the daughter went up and got groceries, and every store in town was picked through. There was no meat, There was no bread, you know. Look at that, just 2 days of bad weather, you know, and the stores were, you know, looked like Katrina, picked clean, you know. So, and the trucks saying probably ain't going to be scheduled to come in until Wednesday. So, that's how important you are. Without you drivers, this country comes to a screeching stop. And ladies and gentlemen, those of you that are not non-drivers, you always say, well, you guys always say that, you know, if it wasn't for you, we wouldn't have nothing. Well, it's true. It's true. And if it wasn't for you, ladies and gentlemen, out there working in those factories and those warehouses and stuff, and you know, in you know, the food markets and stuff like that, we wouldn't have a job either. So we need each other, and that's what Bubba's Corners and Bubba's Truck Stops about. Bubba's Truck Stops mainly for truck drivers to share, and just a place to stop and unwind, just as is Bubba's Corners. But we wanted to get the feel, you know, so that you non-commercial drivers could see what it takes to be a truck driver in this country of ours, and what it really takes to bring you everything that you need in your everyday life. So we welcome all feedback. We welcome all your visits. Guess with that, we'll just cut this short and start getting to work. Like I said, we're going to be updating each website once a week instead of just a little here and a little there. So I'm going to do it all at once and shoot it out. The blogs will be updated twice a week. So, and thanks for coming in. The blogs are getting more popular. I'm not saying that I know what I'm writing about. I'm just writing about what I feel and what I see. So God bless you all, and we wish you all a happy and prosperous 2011. Bye-bye.